Hello students, today we are discussing a new chapter in biology, that is Kingdom Animalia. In this chapter, we are going to study regarding the different types of animals and classification of animals in different hierarchy. Animals are the most diversified species on the planet of Earth, and they have occupied each and every habitat on the Earth. If you want to study regarding the animals, you need to consider few priorities of animals, that is its habitat, and classification of animals is being based on the basis of grade of organization. Classification of animals is on the basis of body plan. Classification of animals on the basis of silo. Classification of animals on the basis of germ layers, and even classifications are on the basis of civilization. Classification of the animals on the basis of segmentation. Classification of the animals on the basis of physiological processes. Here in physiological process, we will mainly highlight the type of digestive system, and we will study type of circulatory system, type of respiratory system, and type of excretion system, type of nervous system, and type of reproductive system. On the basis of different types of physiological process, what kind of structures they are having, what kind of physiological process they are doing, on that basis we are classifying the animals based on digestive system, respiration, circulation, excretion, nervous system, and even on reproductive system. First we'll study habitat. What exactly this habitat is, and on what grounds we are segregating the animals on the basis of habitat. See, habitat is nothing but dwelling place of animals. The living place of animal is said to be as the habitat. So habitat, which has been again subclassified as aquatic habitat, terrestrial habitat, aerial habitat. So in an aquatic habitat, animals are again subclassified as on what level the animals are living in the water. Aquatic habitat are the animals which lives in the water. On that we are subclassifying as zooplanktons, nectons, and benthic species. Zooplanktons are those species which are present on the superficial layer of the water, and nectons are the species which are aquatic species which are present at the body of the water, in the middle part of the water. Benthic are the aquatic species which are present at the bed of the water. Okay, these are present on the superficial area of water. They are kind of floating type of animals. Superficial area of the water. The best example you can make it out, it is Daphnia. Nectons, which these animals, the animals belongs to nectons, these aquatic animals which are present at the body of water. Okay, large number of fish family belongs to the nectons. Many of the fishes which are said to be present on the body of water. Benthic, these animals which are present at the bed of water body. Okay, they are present at the bottom, they are settled at the bottom. Those species are said to be as benthic species. Example, can make it out starfish. Starfish as the best example you can go for the benthic aquatic habitat. If we talk about terrestrial, terrestrial are those animals which are present on the land, they survive on the land, they flourish on the land. Terrestrial species, these animals are again subclassified as cursorial species, scansorial species, and fossorial species. So animals are subclassified as cursorial, scansorial, and fossorial. Cursorial species are those species which are said to be as fast moving animals are said to be as cursorial species. Scansorial species which are said to be as animals which crawl on the wall. Those species are said to be as scansorial species. They have having the adhesive pad-like structure on their foot. With the help of that, they easily climb on the wall. Those species are said to be as scansorial species. Okay. Fossorial species. These animals, they live underneath the earth. They make a burrow and they dig the earth and they live within the earth crust. Those species are also called as subterrestrial species. Scansorial, they are said to be as burrow forms. They make burrow. They make burrow in the earth crust. In the earth crust. Okay. If you quote one more example for each of these terrestrial habitats, for cursorial, you can go for, that is, or for scansorial, you can make it out as a lizard. For fossorial, you can make it out as or perform. And moving to the last one, that is aerial habitat. Animals which are adapted to fly in the air. The body is designed in such a way they can sustain for a longer time in the air. Those species are said to be as aerial habitat species. Most of the birds comes under this aerial habitat. So on this ground, that is habitat, animals are classified into different categories like aquatic, terrestrial as well as aerial. And we are again sub-classifying the habitats which is said to be as arboreal. Arboreal, which is said to be as the animals which are adapted to live on the trees. Okay, they love to live on the trees. They survive there. Those species are said to be as arboreal species. Right? So these are said to be as arboreal species. We will study the next classification on which the animals are being classified. That is the next classification, grade of organization. Here we are categorizing the grade of organization into three different types. That is cellular level grade of organization. This is the first level grade of organization. Then second one, that is tissue level grade of organization. Okay, tissue level grade of organization. Third one, that is organ level grade of organization. And even if we make one more classification, one more category, that is organ system. Organ system level grade of organization. Okay, these are the four categories that we are going to make out in grade of organization. Okay, we find the animals from cellular to organ system level grade of organization. So what exactly these four means? Cellular level grade of organization, here the animals are multicellular. They are multicellular. Okay, and here the cells are independent. They are independent. They are not interconnected. They are independent, and there is no coordination. No coordination among the cells. Okay, the entire body is made up of different types of cells. Different types of cells will be there. They are multicellular, and all cells are independent. Okay, to perform, and there will be no coordination among the cells. So that type of organization is said to be as cellular level grade of organization. Okay, here very small creatures that we are going to see. The best example that we view code for cellular level grade of organization, that is your sponges. Okay, in tissue level, here these are multicellular again. These are multicellular. Okay, and there will be the coordination among the cells. coordination among the cells. You are going to see here. There will be coordination among the cells which forms a tissue. What is tissue? Tissue is nothing but a group of cells which is having a common origin and performing one specific function. So here the tissue which is being formed, and animals, they do possess tissue here. Okay, that type of organization is said to be as tissue level grade. Okay, tissue will be there, so that makes the animal body. So tissue level grade of organization. The best example you quote for tissue level grade, that is ctenophorans. One example that I am going to give, ctenophorans. Okay, organ level grade of organization, and these are also again multicellular. These are again multicellular. Okay, and there will be a coordination among the tissues. Coordination among the, there will be the coordination among the tissues to form an organ. Okay, here tissues gather to form one organ to do that particular function. So that is said to be as organ level grade of organization. One good example that we can go, that is the animals which comes under the phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Okay, which one example that I am going to give is organ level grade of organization, that is Platyhelminthes. Right? Then organ system level grade of organization. Here again these are multicellular. These are multicellular, right? These are multicellular, and there will be a coordination among the organs. Coordination among, there will be a coordination among the organs to form organ system. Okay, organ system is been defined as, here there will be the different organs located in different location, and all these organs are united to form one particular function. That particular function which is said to be as organ system. If you take an example for digestive system, when we talk about digestive system, we will talk about teeth, tongue, palate, esophagus, intestine, stomach. Okay, so all these are the different organs. Okay, and located in different regions of our body and doing one particular function. That function is digestion. Likewise, organ system level grade of organization. Highly evolved species, they show organ system level grade of organization. The good example you are going to give, that is humans, the most complicated animals on the earth, those are humans. So on the basis of grade of organization, animals are classified as cellular, tissue level, organs level grade of organization, and organ system level grade of organization. And again, we move on to the next classification. That is body plan. Okay, body plan. Okay, on this body category, we are again classifying the animals into blind sac type and it is first one, cell aggregated blind sac type and tube within tube form. Right? Body plan of the animals are of three different types: cell aggregated form, blind sac type and tube within tube form of organization. Cell aggregated form here, animals whose body which is being formed by different types of cells, okay, aggregated like this. Aggregated means collaborated to form the animal body. That is said to be a cell aggregated form of organization. Whereas in blind sac type, there will be only one opening as a mouth for the intake of food, and the same opening which acts as the anus for the outlet of the undigested food. So that is said to be a stomium. Okay, one opening as which will act as mouth, the same opening which will act like as anus. That is said to be as blind sac. Why it is said to be as blind sac? Because one end is closed here. This is the closed end, and this end is open. So this end is blind. That's why it is said to be as blind sac type of the body plan. Okay. So one best example you can go for is blind sac, that is Hydra. Hydra being the best example for blind sac. If we talk about tube within tube form, in tube within tube form, animals do possess two openings, two separate openings. Okay, one will act like as a mouth and another will act like a anus. So this formation, tube within tube form of organization, which is being seen in the higher animals, the complicated animals, where during the early developmental stage, that stage is said to be as blastula stage. During the blastula stage, so there will be a formation of a pore, okay, and this pore which will enter into the blastula and it will open up on the other end like this. So this will act like as mouth and this will act like as an anus. If mouth is being formed, that is said to be as prostomium. If anus is being formed first, which is said to be as deuterostomium. Okay, this has been seen during the early developmental stage. Okay, so tube within tube form here. If you talk about an animal, if you take one animal, okay, if suppose this is the mouth of the animal, okay, and this is the esophagus and the stomach, intestine, and which leads to an anus. There will be an opening for the inlet of food, which is said to be as mouth, and there will be the opening for the outlet of waste food, undigested food, that is said to be as anus. So two separate openings, two distinct openings which are present on the animal, that is said to be as tube within tube form. Why it is said to be as tube within tube form? Because there is a long tube which is varying in different diameters. That's why it is said to be as tube within a tube form of organization. That is said to be as the classification on the basis of body plan. Next one, coelom. Coelom is nothing but a body cavity present between the cell wall. Here, on the basis of coelom, animals are again classified as eucoelomic, pseudocoelomic, and acoelomic species. Eucoelomic species are the species which are having true coelom. They are having true coelom. They are having the proper coelom. How exactly we are going to tell that it is a proper coelom? If we talk about If suppose this is the ectoderm, this is the endoderm, okay, ectoderm, and this is endoderm, right? And this is the a body cavity which is being formed between the ecto and endoderm, or this is said to be as, this layer is said to be as mesoderm, okay, all three germ layers. And this is the body cavity, this region which is said to be as, this is the body cavity, this body cavity which is completely lined by embryonic mesoderm. This layer, this mesodermic layer, these two layers are said to be as mesoderm. This is said to be as splanchnic mesoderm, and this is said to be as somatic mesoderm. Okay, this is also called as parietal mesoderm, and this is said to be as visceral mesoderm. Splanchnic mesoderm and somatic mesoderm. If these two mesodermal layer which makes a proper covering over this cavity, okay, complete covering over the cavity, that is called as true coelom, right? If you are getting confused here, if suppose this is the ectodermal layer, this is the endoderm layer, okay, and there is a cavity which is being seen here. This, if suppose the cavity is here, and this is the mesodermal layer. This is the mesoderm layer. Here, what it will do? It will split like this, and will make a cover like this. It will make a cover like this, right? Makes a cover like this, and again it will reunite and it will continue as mesoderm. This is said to be as, okay, if this particular region, the cavity and the mesoderm, complete covering of mesoderm, this is called as coelom. This is called as coelom. It has to make a complete cover. It has to make a complete cover to the body cavity, that is called as coelom. Right. Then pseudocoelom. In pseudocoelom, it is also called as false coelom. False coelom. Here, the body cavity, this is body cavity. Body cavity doesn't make complete cover over the mesoderm. It makes partial cover to the body cavity. Okay, it makes a partial cover to the body cavity. Either one, a somatic mesoderm is absent or splanchnic mesoderm is absent. Okay, if any one is absent, which is said to be as the pseudocoelom or pseudocoelomic species. Right? If suppose any covering is absent, any covering in sense mesodermal cover which is absent, so that is said to be as pseudocoelomic animals or pseudocoelom. Acoelom. Acoelom refers to no coelom or absence. A stands for absence. Absence of coelom. Okay? Absence of coelom. Here, the animals which do not have a mesoderm, which are not possessing the mesoderm, they are said to be as acoelomic species. Or if they don't have body cavity, if they don't possess a body cavity, they are said to be as acoelomic animals. If they are not showing mesoderm, they are said to be as acoelomic. Or if they don't have the body cavity, then also it is said to be as acoelomic animals. We will start giving the examples for each. Eucoelomic humans. Humans are the best examples for eucoelomic animals. Pseudocoelomic. Ascaelanthes. Ascaelanthes are the beautiful examples for pseudocoelomic animals. Acoelomic. Platyhelminthes are the good examples for acoelomic species, right? So on the basis of coeloms, animals are classified as eucoelom, pseudocoelom and acoelomic. Eucoelomics are the animals which are having the proper coelom, means they are having true coelom, the body cavity which is being completely covered by splanchnic mesoderm as well as somatic mesoderm, or you can make it as parietal mesoderm or visceral mesoderm. So that is said to be as eucoelom. Best example you can go for eucoelomic, that is humans or all chordates which are eucoelomic species. Pseudocoelomic, these are said to be as false coelomic animals. They do possess false coelom. How exactly they will possess false coelom? They are not completely cover the body cavity. What is not going to be covered? The mesoderm, the embryonic mesoderm, which doesn't make complete cover over the body cavity. Either the splanchnic mesoderm is absent, or it might be lacking the somatic mesoderm, which makes a partial cover. That is said to be as false coelomic or pseudocoelomic animals or pseudocoelomic. Acoelomic, absence of coelom. There will be no coelom at all, absence of coelom. So these animals, if you consider the animals are acoelomic, they are lacking mesoderm or they might be lacking the body cavity. If any one is absent here, then that is said to be as acoelomic animals, right? So the best example, they are said to be as flatworms or platyhelminthes, right? So on the basis of coelom, we have been classified into these three categories. On the basis of segmentation, animals are again classified. Here, some of the animals which are said to be as metamerically segmented. Some species are said to be as pseudo segmentation. Okay, some species they show pseudo segmentation, and some species which are also show only external segmentation. Some species they exhibit only internal segmentation. Then coming to this metamerically segmented, animals are said to be as metamerically segmented. Here the animals which show segmentation nothing but partition which has been seen in internal as well as external. Likewise, if you consider example like earthworm which is metamerically segmented. Suppose the animal body is like this. Body is like this, which is divided externally and internally. External division, which is called as groove, okay, whereas internal division which is being done by a thin membrane, that is called as septa or septum. If suppose the animal which possesses both external division as well as internal division, partition is there, so then those animals are said to be as metamerically segmented species. And pseudo segmentation, the animals which doesn't show proper segmentation, okay, those animals are said to be as pseudo segmentation. Only they they appear like segmented, but they are not segmented. The best example you can make out for pseudo segmentation, that is platyhelminthes. This doesn't show proper segmentation. Here, earthworm is the best example for metamerically segmentation. External segmentation, here animals are externally they are segmented, but internally they are not segmented. Like the best example, that is the cockroach. unlike arthropods. All arthropod belongs to this comes under external segmentation. Externally they are completely segmented and internally they are not segmented. And internal segmentation, animals are internally segmented, but the thing is externally they doesn't show segmentation. Partition which is not seen in the external region. Internally they are segmented like chordates. Chordates shows internal segmentation. So on the basis of segmentation, animals are classified into metamerically segmented, pseudo segmentation, external segmentation as well as internal segmentation. Next classification, that is cephalization. Cephalization means formation of head. Formation of head. Okay, head. Here, animals are again classified on the basis of cephalization. That is cephalic, cephalic and acephalic. Cephalic and acephalic. Cephalic means animals do possess a proper head. Proper head. They do have CNS, PNS, and even ganglion. All structures which are present, which is said to be as head, those organisms which are said to be as cephalic species. Acephalic means they don't possess, they are devoid of head. Head is absent in acephalic. A stands for absence of head. Animals doesn't show head, they don't have head. They are said to be as acephalic species, or they are devoid of head. Animals are again classified on the basis of germ layers. Germ refers for germination. Germination of layer. 3 layers which has been formed during the early embryonic stage. Some organisms they possess 2 germ layers. Some organisms they possess 3 germ layers. If the organisms or the species which are showing 2 germ layers are said to be as diploblastic. If organisms they are possessing 3 germ layers, they are said to be as triploblastic. Okay, diploblastic and triploblastic. Which are these 2 germ layers which you are going to see in the diploblastic? Those germ layers they are said to be as ectoderm, endoderm. 3 germ layers, that is ecto, meso and endoderm. All 3 germ layers which are present. In 2 germ layers which is been seen in the lower organisms, which is seen in lower species, lower organisms. Okay, whereas triploblastic which has been seen in higher species. Okay, so on the basis of germ layers also, animals are classified into diploblastic as well as triploblastic organisms. Okay, so we will conclude the class today, and for the next further information, we will continue in the next class. Thank you.